Well, first, stepping into it, it was surprising to me how real everything felt almost immediately. You know, when you think virtual reality, you think like some sort of boxy, almost maybe like a Minecraft sort of landscape, but stepping into the two different experiences, I was surprised at how quickly I adjusted to like my environment and then saw that more as real, I guess. So right after, it just surprises me on how real everything is. Mind Show felt more like stepping into a video game and something that like was very scripted and something where you only had a set number of commands and a set way to do things. Tilt Brush it felt more like engaging, more like I could create my own landscape as things went along. Like I was more in control, I guess, of what was going on as it was happening. And I think with the more cartoony world of Mind Show, it would be good for like a little kid that had never been through something like that before. But it was definitely more distracting and more engaging, and therefore I felt like I got more out of the experience with Tilt Brush itself, because I was able to like it felt like I was really learning something new rather than just following a set of scripted commands. With Mind Show, I don't think it lined up very well with an immunization experience, mostly because like when I was doing actions, the things that I would have felt and the way that things would have corresponded with what I was doing didn't line up with the way it would have been with an immunization. For example, when I was like handing the mug to the snowman, there would be that's when the needle I think would actually hit, is like the more warm section. And if I were to actually get a shot during that point, I think it would have scared me. I think I would have jumped and ruined the whole experience if suddenly I was thinking I was handing this hot mug, but then I felt something in my arm. So I don't think that experience actually lined up very well with the shot of with an immunization experience. But I think it could. I think if you were to adjust it in a different way, in a way that like aligned more closely with how you would feel, or something intuitively follows kind of like what's going on with how you feel and what you expect to feel, that could be better. But as it stands right now, I don't think Mind Show would line up very well with an immunization experience. Tilt Brush, though, if we were able to create something, it has similar flaws to Mind Show, but I think because of the fact that it's more engaging and more distracting and there's more learning curves going on, I think it has a lot more potential in like creating that sort of environment where a kid like wouldn't notice a shot really going on as easily. As time goes on, it would be easy, like as things develop, as technology develops, it would be more easy to create an experience that would be more holistic, I guess. It's impressive to me how holistic it already does feel with just not a mindset, but a headset and two hands. If that was to be incorporated more with the arms, I feel like it would be a lot easier to create something that did incorporate more of the body and was able to really do more than what it really is now, even though what it does now is really cool. Something that was cool for me throughout the experience was learning to think in 3D, I guess. So I didn't really connect with Mind Show all that much. Like I said, it was more of just like a video game that you stepped into or a story that you stepped into. But with Tilt Brush, I was able to actually create something. And within that, it wasn't only like thinking as if I was drawing a picture. You would have to think about where is my hand and what are the consequences of like where my hand is going to be when I create something. So that was my favorite part of it, was learning like, oh, I don't need to draw a flower just as like a circle and petals around it. I can draw it as something that comes up with like a circular stem and like a leaf that comes out of it towards me instead of just like out to the side. So really engaging with like a more creative thing and something that I was able to create myself while also kind of learning about how to create it as I went was probably my favorite part.